Okay guys, check this out. See all the water here on the ground? Last 2 days, 3 days actually. I had a water leak. You see here I cut the pipe off there. I had to move those 2 concrete tanks out of the way. That wasn't easy, but the come along made it. I had to take all the water out of them. I pulled them out with the come along. Attached the come along to the camphor lime tree over there. That worked actually. I did that yesterday. This leak has been progressively getting worse. Like when I first saw it, it was just damp and I thought somebody threw some water on the ground. It's progressively getting worse. I thought, let's see where I had to move the tank. These tanks were just about touching. I thought it was coming up through the ground right there, and I was going to cut the concrete out, dig it out. But this pipe goes straight down through the concrete, which is about 4 or 5 inches thick, and because it looked like it was coming up around this pipe. But you have to bear in mind, I was jammed in here like a sardine, you know what I mean? It was tight. But now I got the tanks out of the way, and it's getting worse. It wasn't dripping before. If you look here now, this here second pipe is going to an outdoor valve for garden hose. And then I thought, okay, it's dripping off that pipe. That's easy fix, eh? I can do that in 5 minutes. Yeah, not that easy. See that? It's getting worse and worse. I thought it was... Yeah, it is. The elbow is cracked right there. It's actually spraying. That's my water pump. It does that every few minutes. And it's getting worse and worse. Holy man. So, one good thing, I don't have to cut out all this concrete. But a bad thing is, I gotta get that elbow off and put another one on. That's a lot harder than you'd think it would be. Nothing moves there. There's no... I don't even see a way. Actually, still might have to cut the concrete out just to get something to bend, you know. If I patch that, that's possible. Gee, it's a long crack too. It goes from right there all the way down to the bottom, at least to there. Maybe I should try and glue it. Turn the pump off. Let it do that until there's no more water pressure, and then glue it. The problem with that is, man, oh man, I don't want to move these tanks again. But I really don't want to have to cut out a big chunk of concrete in order to replace that elbow. Plus, I'd have to get that elbow off. The heat gun took it off. I took one apart. That was just last year, right over there. That one is under the ground now. I got that off with the heat gun. That one was leaking, I think, right around the elbow, if I remember correctly. I did a video on it. I tell you, the plumbing in this house is a nightmare, but I've never seen that before. And there's no way for anything to hit it. It's behind the tank. I don't even know if the dog could get in here. You know, and it's cracked on the bottom. Interesting. I'll turn the pump off and see what happens. See if I can get it to dry up. Can open it up a little bit. I don't know. Put PVC glue on it. It's a pressurized line, that's the problem, isn't it?
what I could do is take that elbow off, put another elbow this way, and then up and back over and in. That's not easy. That would not be easy either. It's getting worse, huh? Hello, Big Nose. I call him Big Nose, but his nose is really short.
Okay, we got a hole. I decided to go and make the hole and at least try and fix it the right way. If I do it half-ass and it comes apart and starts to leak, well, that's on me. But if I try and do it what I consider to be the best way or the right way, and there's a problem down the road, well, at least I tried, you know. It wasn't easy getting through that concrete, but you know, we did it. Now I got to get that elbow off. I think I'm going to cut the elbow in half, take it off in 2 pieces. I got the heat gun out. I've done this with the heat gun before. It worked once, and the second time it didn't work. But the second time there was water in the pipe, and this one shouldn't have water in it. I hope it don't. Maybe in the bottom half of the elbow it might. We'll see. On second thought, there might be a little bit of water in there. It came shooting out.
Got the top half off. I wouldn't say it was easy, but I did it. But the bottom one, not so good. I did the top one the same way. I got it hot, and I slowly cut with the knife, sliced it off, just shaved it off. Here's a little piece. Just shaved it off when it was hot and got it that way. But if you look here, there's paint. If this thing leaked because of the glue, well, there's paint all around here. There's paint inside. But it didn't, that wasn't the problem. But why wasn't that the problem? But I can cut this one off down here. Put a joiner on there if I have to. I'll play with it a little bit longer. But there's water in this one. I keep shaking it out, but it comes back. And as I can't get to the lowest point to drain it, which is underground somewhere, I can't get that water out. Check that out. Almost looks like I know what I was doing. Shouldn't say nothing. There's no water in there yet. Just need to put the elbow on. It's right there. Should work. I hear somebody crying. Dun 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 dun. I'll just let it dry before we pressurize it. I'll show you what I did to get this off. Try to explain the best way I could. Or is it the best way I can? There's the old elbow. I cut it in half. Take it out in 2 pieces. I got it hot on this side and slowly shaved it off until I got to the pipe. And then I used the heat gun to open up this edge. And then until I got it open enough with the knife, I could get the pliers on there, and slowly with the heat gun against the pipe, slowly peeled it off. Look at the paint inside, right? That was between the elbow and the pipe. Amazing that didn't leak. Amazing. This is not easy to do. It's a real pain. A lot can go wrong. Just a tiny little bit too hot, and you melt the inside pipe, and it's game over.
you're finding a new way. But it's worth a try, you know, if you're stuck in a situation like that. That's the second time I've got it to work. It's only about 10 feet away from the other time. And the worst thing about this is these pipes are not supposed to be here. Neither one. This goes to the toilet. But it's not supposed to be. They didn't follow any of the plumbing diagrams when they built the house. The only part of the house, I was gone for the entire process. I didn't see it happen. I was at work. They didn't follow any of the blueprints. And now my plumbing is a nightmare. This had nothing to do with them. This elbow cracked. I've never seen that happen before. But did you see all the paint on there? Like, come on, who does that, right? Alright guys, well that's it. It wasn't easy. I'm not done yet. I got to, I'm not going to worry about that hole. I'm just going to put the garbage back in there. I'm not going to worry about the concrete. All the little pieces will fill the hole up good enough. Nobody can get in there or see it, so not a big deal. I got to move these water tanks back. That's not easy. I plan to move them anyway. I want to replumb the way that they were. They're all connected. It was never any rush. I got stuff to do it, but now I have them apart, so I'll put it back together the way I want it. All right, guys. As always, thanks for watching.